Trebia was a disaster. Trasimene was a massacre. But Cannae? Cannae was something else. Rome wasn't just losing battles anymore. Rome was bleeding out. After Trasimene, the fear in Rome was unlike anything before. They had lost 2 armies, they had lost their best generals, and they had lost their confidence. But instead of surrendering, they did something unthinkable. They created the largest army in Roman history, 86,000 men, every single soldier they could find. Conscripts, veterans, even untrained farmers. Every Roman who could hold a sword was sent to fight. They weren't just sending an army, they were sending everything. And standing against them? Hannibal, with 50,000 men. Outnumbered? Yes, but Hannibal didn't fight battles, he orchestrated them. August 2nd, 216 BCE, the day Rome's worst nightmare came to life. The Roman army charged, thinking their sheer numbers would crush the Carthaginians. At first, it seemed to work. Hannibal's center was pushed back. The Romans could almost taste victory, but they didn't realize they weren't pushing Hannibal back. They were walking into his trap. And then, the hammer fell. The Carthaginian cavalry destroyed the Roman horsemen and swept in from behind. The flanks closed in, and just like that, 86,000 Romans were trapped. No space to move, no way to escape. Then came the slaughter. Romans weren't fighting anymore. They were screaming. The Carthaginian soldiers, they were getting tired of killing. And yet, they continued. Hour after hour, the massacre continued. 50,000 Romans dead, 10,000 captured, an entire army gone. This wasn't a battle. This was annihilation. Rome had never suffered a loss like this before. 25% of Rome's adult male population was wiped out. And now, Hannibal was at a striking distance of 370 kilometers from Rome. Hannibal was an emergency. But now, Hannibal was a crisis. Rome had only one option left: run. They abandoned open battles, avoided direct fights, and appointed a new leader, a man named Fabius Maximus. His strategy? Do not fight Hannibal, ever. Historians call it the Fabian strategy. Romans called him the delayer. But deep down, everyone knew what it really meant. Rome was scared. And Hannibal? He knew exactly what came next. What comes next? I've killed 150,000 Romans. I've turned their allies against them. That's it. That's vengeance. So let me tell you what comes next. Rome surrenders. Their territories are reduced, we recover our lost islands, and Carthage dominates the Mediterranean once again. But Rome had other plans. Hannibal had crushed their armies, humiliated their generals, and left their streets filled with mourning. Yet somehow, Rome still refused to surrender. So what did Hannibal do next? He took the war to the heart of Italy. The Roman Republic was wounded, but it wasn't dead. Not yet. Want to see how Hannibal tried to finish what he started? Don't miss the next episode, Hannibal's campaign in South Italy. If you're enjoying this journey through history, hit like, share, and subscribe, or Hannibal might just march on your city next.